In this tutorial I want to look at the Apple loops. If we click on this little symbol here, which is a kind of loop the loop, we get the Apple loop menu and library. Here's the sort of menus of the different categories, and here's a library of sounds. So there's the if you click on kind of reset, I think it'll just show you absolutely everything that there is in there, and so we can sort of subcategorize these. Apple loops have like keywords that you can attach to them if you make your own, so you can sort of like click on these menus and get to sounds quicker. So let's do that now. Let's look at beats. So if we go to beat, let's go down to, for that one an example, it starts playing straight away, so just click on it to play, click on it to stop. Now what I've got here is an audio instrument, and the differences between these two, the green Apple loop and the blue Apple loop, is that the blue Apple loop is actually a kind of audio. So let's look at that right now. I'm going to drag this in, and I'm actually not going to drag it up to there, but I'm going to drag it underneath, and it will make an audio track. It's asking me there if I want to import the tempo information. I'll say yes. So it's changed the tempo there to 100 BPM. Excellent. Okay, so that's our kind of beat. Let's go to bass. What have we got here? Let's go with it. So again, this is a blue one, so let's drag that here, and it also tells me what the tempo of it is. So this is going to play a lot slower, and what the key of it is as well, how many beats long it is. So that's slightly longer. So let's use our looping tool that we've learned in previous tutorials, see what that sounds like, because the special thing about Apple loops is they actually warp the timing to the actual BPM. So we've taken our BPM from that track, but this Apple loop that we've put in, okay, so that's just two Apple loops together. Let's have a look at some other kind of little rhythms. Where have we got? Let's have a look for beats, bass, percussion, like something like tambourine. What I'm after is something that is green. That'll do. So we've got like congas and percussion there. If I drag this onto Logic Now, onto the arrange page, this one isn't audio, it's actually a little region with notes in it that we can potentially change, which is pretty cool. So okay, so that's added. The green ones are regions with notes that we can change in there. It loads in a preset sound, so that's quite handy if you kind of like the beat but you want to change a few bits in it. What happens if we make an audio track? What happens if we drag a green one onto the audio track? Well, this is quite interesting, because let's choose a different one. That'll do. Look what happens. A green one turns into an audio track. So let's see what that sounds like. So that's kind of Apple loops. One other thing that I want to say about Apple loops is if you change the tempo, let's change this to 105, a little bit faster. So now let's change tempo. the audio changes tempo as well. So they stretch, the audio actually stretch. So Apple Loops are quite intelligent in that they can fit any tempo that you put them into. Like I say, these are really useful. Little shakers like that are really useful just to augment your music. I think the musical ones here are kind of less so, because you kind of have to stick with the notes that are in there. But have a play around with the Apple Loops and see what you can build with them.